This is the Election Bureau. Hello and welcome to the Citi Newsroom. We are also live on DSTV channel 363. My name is Freme Dunyame.
And I am Michael Obodu. Coming up.
Special voting ends for members of the security services, media and electoral commission staff who will be engaged on election day.
Meanwhile, in a few polling stations, some security personnel could not find their names on their special list.
I'm a security person, but I may decide to vote on the 7th of December. I'm not getting a special voting. Personally, I'm not voting for special voting. I will vote on the election day. So you can't say that because you are a security person, automatically your name should be put on it. So if you don't apply, you don't blame anybody. So some of them did not apply at all.
And later, fisher folk in Pram complain of government inactivity in addressing light fishing and patrolling, a situation they say will influence their voting come December 7.
You're still watching the Election Bureau here on Citi TV. The time is just about 9 o'clock, and so far over 100 voters have cast their ballots here at the Legon Special Voting Center in the Ayawaso West Wogan constituency. Some 1,166 voters are expected to partake in the exercise here at the center. The exercise has been smooth so far. There are two queues, one on my left and my right, for persons with their names starting from A to E. They join the queue on my right, and those with the other letters join the one on my left. The entire process has been very orderly and it's been moving on smoothly. We do also interact with the various candidates, the people who have come to cast their ballots, the EC officials and the likes, to give us a better perspective of all that has been going on here at the center. Here, the verification exercise is undertaken. Your details are verified on the form, and there's a biometric verification machine here where your fingerprint is verified to be sure that you are the original owner of the card. As you can see, Don Dumelo over there keenly observing the exercise. I'll see if we can go close to him and find out what he makes of the exercise. Hello, sir. Good morning. You're live on Citi TV. How are you feeling at the moment?
Well, I'm feeling great. The Lord has given us this day, this special day, and everything is going on so well.
What time did you get here, and what do you make of the entire process?
Well, I got here by 5:30. When I came, some of the security personnel had started queuing. I interacted with them. Everything is going to be very peaceful today, and I hope that the peace that we'll enjoy today would reflect on the 7th of December.
How confident are you towards the election?
Well, I'm extremely confident. I mean, no one goes to an election thinking of losing. I'm going into this election knowing very well that I'm going to be victorious at the end of the day, and former president will definitely become president on the 7th of December.
What I'm telling them is I have engaged them. I've gone round. The signal is positive. They are appreciative of the good work of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo within this short time. The developmental projects, the policies, progressive programs that are moving this country forward. Please don't be deceived. Please go and vote for His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and vote for me.
Okay, so we are live now at the Ayawaso North constituencies at the Accra Girls Senior High School Special Voting Center. Now, there's been a bit of a scuffle in the background over there between some party agents and the observers. They raised concerns about the fact that they feel that the party agents have raised concerns that they feel some of the observers are interfering in the process by giving some of the voters signals as to suggest to them as to who to vote for. Away from the Ayawaso North constituency, let's go to other regions of the country and find out how they also fared.
The special voting exercise, which began simultaneously across all 47 constituencies in the Ashanti region, took off smoothly amidst strict enforcement of COVID-19 protocols at all the polling stations. There was also high level of comportment by personnel who turned up to vote at their respective polling centers. At the Ashanti Regional Headquarters, which had 2 polling stations, some personnel who could not successfully apply for the special voting exercise left the centers in disappointment after they could not find their names. Electoral officer at the center, Samuel Jan, spoke to Citi News.
So what we tell them is to, once they are having the valid voter ID card, they will have to go to their respective polling station where they registered and cast their ballot on the 7th.
Parliamentary candidates and other political party representatives said they were impressed with the process.
And I think the process is going on smoothly. I wish the process will keep on going on smoothly as it is.
The process is very smooth, and those who are coming to vote, they are comporting themselves very well.
Electoral materials arrived early at most of the centers after the personnel had queued to wait for the process to begin. Asqua District Police Commander also spoke about the process.
So far, what I can say is that we haven't recorded any incident or any bad incident. Election or voting has been going on smoothly.
In the Kwabri East, Efija Kwabri South, and North constituencies, the process was generally smooth.
All the 3 that we visited seems to be going on very smoothly. There doesn't seem to be any hiccups. Everything is cordial. The EC is doing their work very well. And also the agents are doing their work very well.
The special voting was carried out in 26 centers in the central region, and at the time of filing this report, no incident had been reported. At a number of voting centers Citi News visited, the COVID-19 safety protocols were being strictly observed.
Some of them even use the old ID card, so automatically it will not be found in the database because the old ID card is gone. We are no more using it. 2, the ID number is 10-digit number. Some will write 9 digits or 11 digits. Automatically, the system will reject them. And some too thought that it was automatic. I was talking to someone, just even today I met a guy at Autu Beku. And he said that as a security person, he's not supposed to apply. So it's been an automatic thing. Then how can we know that you want to vote? Because it's a voluntary type of thing. You decide where to vote. So I'm a security person, but I may decide to vote on the 7th of December. I'm not interested in special voting. Personally, I'm not voting for special voting. I will vote on the election day.
Other observers, including the incumbent Member of Parliament for Cape Coast South and the NDC parliamentary candidate for the area, Kweku Ricketts-Hagen, were pleased with the process.
Washing your hands, sanitizers and all that, keeping social distance between people. I mean, some kind of a miniature of what we are seeing here today will be multiplied several tens of hundreds on the day, and that will be happening also in various stations. This is only just happening here. So when it's happening in various stations, I hope that the standard across will be the same.
The Public Relations Officer of the Central Regional Police Command, Irene Sewa Opong, advised voters to desist from using objects to form queues for other people in order not to mar the December 7th polls.
The special voting exercise at the St. Anthony of Padua Roman Catholic Church polling center for the Kwesimintim constituency of the Western region started without any incidents at exactly 7 a.m. on Tuesday, December 1st. As at 6:55 a.m., electoral officials had completed setting up the center and the expected 413 voters had started casting their vote at 7 a.m. Charles Kumoji was the presiding officer at the center.
Our voter register is 430. So as of now, 102 have voted. So we are expecting the rest also to come. For now, everything is going on well. Nothing bad has happened. So we are praying that it should go on like that. At the end, everything is successful.
A nurse, Yvonne Nyameche Krampa, who voted around 8:30 a.m., spoke to Citi News about her experience with the exercise.
I found the process to be fluid. All the protocols are being observed. Everything is in order. And I just came and I'm done. I'm going to my work. So I think it's a relief for me.
The Kwesimintim seat is being contested for by candidates representing the NPP, NDC and PPP. The NDC parliamentary candidate for the constituency, Fifi Bachman, who observed the exercise, spoke to Citi News.
Looking at those who have been able to come, some have cast their votes, those who have come have, conducted themselves in a manner which shows that we are a disciplined society. I would want to urge all of us as good citizens of this nation to ensure that we do our best in ensuring that we come out massively to vote.
The special voting exercise started smoothly and on time in all the 12 polling centers in the Upper West region. Turnout was high, with most polling centers recording over 80%. In the Sisala East constituency, for instance, 340 voters at the Tumu Police Station Center out of the 385 prospective voters cast their ballots. Mohammed Lulua is the returning officer for the Sisala East constituency polling center.
In fact, the exercise took off smoothly at exactly 7 a.m. at the Tumu Police Station. With all the major parties present, they inspect everything, and then the voting started. We have no any hitches. All materials are available. They're there, so everybody is going on freely voting, as you can see around. We don't have any problem as of now. Well, it's very good because the turnout is good and it's peaceful, so it's very good.
The PNC, NDC and the governing New Patriotic Party were the only political parties with representatives in most polling stations in the Upper West region. In all, 3,459 persons were expected to vote in the special voting exercise in the region.
The special voting in the Bono East region started at 7 a.m. in all 11 constituencies without any hitches. The exercise went on smoothly in all 13 polling centers until the close of poll in the Tishiman South constituency. The NDC questioned the actions of an EC officer at the Old Municipal Assembly Polling Station A, whom they accused of making calls to some persons to turn up and vote.
I don't know what relationship is between him and some of the other security personnel or the media people, because as an officer, it's five minutes to the close of the pool. You open the register, saw names of people who have not come to vote. You took your phone, calling them that they should rush and come and vote. So our agent had the cause to worry about it, that how do you get their phone numbers? What relationship between them and you here?
In all, 1,122 voters cast their ballots in the Tishiman South constituency out of an expected number of 1,267 voters.
It's so amazing. As a Ghanaian, you need to exercise your franchise when you are due. And this is one of the cause we can use to develop our democratic nation. So as a citizen, I have to help develop the country, and this is a means of developing the country. This is a secret ballot anyway, but I know anybody's decision will go a long way to help develop the nation. Whoever is chosen at the end will be a good leader, and I think it will be chosen by God.
Back in the capital, Accra, my colleague Philip Nilate also visited a number of constituencies.
So far, I can see things are moving on smoothly. The electorates are casting their votes, and we are hoping that it will end this way.
Okay. Yeah. So the issue was, have you had any report from any person from your side or who is voting say that he or she hasn't found the name in the register?
No, not yet. Not yet. I've not had any reports like that.
Everything's going on smoothly, and I'm really very, very impressed with the officials of EC.
But why did you choose to be the polling agent?
At the end of the day, I'm the one that people are going to vote for me. And then I am also recruiting, putting agents around to go, and so I have to also witness how the process goes, look at the collections I can make, and then moving on, I can also share my experience with them before they start the main voting.
There is peaceful movement here. Everything is in order. The queue is there. And the COVID-19 protocol is also being observed, rightly. So I'm okay. Everything is smoothly. I'm okay. The Electoral Commission officers are also doing their job, quite well. And our party agents are also monitoring everything. We have 2 polling centers at this police station, and we have each center has 2 agents from my side. And I can see they are really doing what we have told them to do. They are monitoring before the ballot paper is given to you, and someone's also monitoring as the ballot paper has been given to their voters. So I'm okay.
In fact, I'm very impressed with the arrangement they have here. And I think if it's replicated everywhere on December 7th, Ghana will be a happier place to live. And I must say, those voting have comported themselves very well in terms of how they are moving from place to place, in terms of how they are washing and using their hand sanitizers. So the COVID protocol is working.
So what I'm trying to tell the EC is that we don't want a situation whereby the 7th December, people will also come. There are many times there are anomalies in things, but it shouldn't be more than what the public will expect. Someone will come, the person will not find his cinema. It shouldn't be more.
This morning I was here very early to see how the Electoral Commission has prepared the ground. I got here and they had prepared the ground so well. The voting started and it's very smooth and peaceful. We're praying that 7th December it could be peaceful and like this, and that the process could go smoothly like this.
You're still watching the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. We take a breather here. When we return, we'll bring you more on Tuesday's special voting ahead of the December 7 election.
We'll be right back with more. Do stay with us.
Rigworld Solutions, forging the frameworks of Ghanaian industry. Engineering solutions from the heart of Takrady, Kejebil. At Rigworld Solutions, we manufacture industrial bolts and nuts, fasteners, hoses and fittings for the extractive and petrochemical industries. World-class products with local expertise. Locate our factory in Kejebil of the Takrady Takwa Road. Call 0302 949917 or 0540 107504. Email enquiries at rigworldsolutions.com. Rigworld Solutions, crafted in Ghana, engineered for the world.
At
as you all know, if not for our president, most of us would have been on the street or even in the market. For me, my parents said after JHS, I'm joining my mother in the market to help me cater for my other brothers.
As for me, my parents never believed in this free SHS policy. They thought it was never going to happen until they started enjoying it.
You know what? I think I'm the luckiest among all students. I come from a very remote village that does not even exist on the map. But thanks to Nanado's policy,
5 years ago, my mother had to sell her shop and get a loan before my brother could complete in SHS. This is the man with good intentions for his people and generations to come. Girls, don't you think it's high time we give him a second opportunity to better Ghana?
Ever since my dad died, it's just been my mom and I. And money has always been a big problem. But thanks to this free SHS policy, I'm in school and my mom is really financially. Guys, don't you think he deserves another 10?
Oh yes, he deserves another 10.
Looking for something new this November? Looking for star-studded suspense?
It's what rich, entitled people do when threatened. They conceal the ugly truths to protect themselves.
Maybe you're in search of true love.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I got a crush on you, baby, would you be my crew?
What about a bit of family drama? Need something to keep the kids entertained?
We're ready to help with the case, Mira. We'll look for clues.
Perhaps criminally good comedy is your thing. Whatever you're in the mood for, look no further than DSTV.
Give them! Oh, look at Ridey them go out. Ridey, but if Basa with tear. What? You know they about they go no fish. Do team no. For real? What does you want again? To bring back 4 solid years of doing so. Maybe to create root and share or hand over the country's entire box to his brother.
See, incompetence again. No way. I've come a long way to take any risk.
Charlie, see, we can't afford to lose 1 D, 1 F, 1 constituency, 1 ambulance, 1 district, 1 warehouse, 1 village, 1 dam, 1 boy, 1 girl. Cool down, Naku. Nothing for food and jobs.
See, even greenhouse farming in a year of return.
Ale, Ganaka. You boy forget the almighty free and
Hello again. This is the Election Bureau, and you're watching the Citi Newsroom. Michael, you were earlier today on the grounds, and what will be your initial assessment of the process?
I must say it was very smooth, very orderly. I'm sure it's because to a lot of extent there were security officials who were...
And maybe not too many people.
Not too many people. It was very orderly. When the first place we went to was Ayawaso West Wogon. I asked that there were 1,166 people to vote. Within about 45 minutes, almost 100 of them had gone through the process. So
pretty smooth.
Very, very smooth. And the whole biometric process, I thought that was also very, very smooth. Within a minute, your finger is there, and then I like the way it says verified out loud when the machine finally clears you. And it was interesting to find out the whole facial recognition thing and how it works as a backup should the fingerprint fail. They lift the verification machine and then put it in front of your face, and it scans your face should your fingerprint fail. And then, yeah, on the last resort is, if that doesn't work, then they do the manual verification. So overall, it was very smooth. And it was nice also to see the Ayawaso West Wogan parliamentary candidates.
You saw both of them?
Both of them were there actually before.
The two main ones,
yeah, they were
John
there.
and
yes.
Madam Lydia?
They were there. They were their own, I keep forgetting the name, but they were there to observe the process on behalf of their parties. John Dumelo barely sat. He was like very attentive, watching the whole process. Madam Seram on the other side, you know her usual.
Because that's where the elections are won.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, her very calm, collected self. She says she's acclaimed herself the peace ambassador for the elections in her constituency. And it was a very interesting process.
And COVID-19 protocols duly observed.
I think we must commend the EC though for that. Every station I visited, some took it to the made you wash your hands before they sanitize and then you go through. Others provided just the sanitizer, but at least one way or the other, you are still made to observe the protocol and you must wear your mask.
So we are ready for Monday?
Definitely we are.
All right, so let's now take a look at a summary of how proceedings in the Greater Accra region were.
The special voting exercise started at exactly 7 Tuesday morning across various parts of the country. This afforded opportunity to over 100,000 persons who may be engaged during the December 7 elections. This includes journalists, security officers, and Electoral Commission officials. At the Ododododio constituency in the Greater Accra region, the exercise was being conducted peacefully with strict adherence to COVID-19 safety protocols. About 3 officers, according to the district supervisor of the EC, could not be identified on the voters list. However, the Jamestown District Police Commander, DSP Alexander Tieku, assured that provision will be made for such persons to participate in the process on December 7. At the Adentan constituency, both parliamentary candidates of the NPP and NDC served as party agents at the polling station. They both expressed confidence of retaining the seat after the general election.
What I'm beginning to realize is that history favors experience. Now that the people have experienced the governance provided by the NDC and have experienced governance under the NPP, there's clarity in the people's minds about which party is best placed to lead them forward.
One sickness that appears to affect almost every member of parliament here in Adenta constituency has been that once they are elected, they just abandon the people and they don't show up till elections are around the corner. And the same thing that people are saying about Yabuabi and someone. So I'm very sure that the same way that people changed them after their first term, that's the same way they're going to change Yabuabi as well.
The Deputy Minister of Health, who doubles as the NP for Lejokuku, Dr. Bernard Okoboy, who also acted as a party agent at the Teshi Police Station A, told Citi News voter turnout had been good.
What is happening today is what is going to play out on December 7th. I have serious confidence in the people of this country. People know that elections is about going to express your opinion and then you go home. If during the country you want to come back, why not?
Close to Ayawaso West Wogan is the Medina constituency. Here, the incumbent MP Boniface Sadiq and his opponent Francis Sosu Zevi expressed satisfaction with the process, while the Municipal Security Council promised to ensure all hotspots identified in the constituency will have security beefed up come December 7.
It has been quite an impressive work this morning. It's been very peaceful and calm, and I must commend all those who came out to vote in the morning. I also observed that the verification process has been very peaceful. We didn't do any manual verification. It was going through, without any challenges.
I'm not facing any stiff challenge. I'm not facing. It is rhetoric. My brother, things I have done in Medina within 3 years, 10 months, for the stay of NDC in this constituency for 12 years. They have not done a quarter of what I've done.
In the Okankwe South constituency, the NDC parliamentary candidate Kote Nikwe accused EC officials of only serving voters with a presidential ballot paper and not the parliamentary as well.
Some people comes and they vote
presidential, and then instead of them, the electoral officers electing them that parliamentary, they did not. So some after they left, they were complaining. So when we have to go in, we got there and we realized that 3 of the leaflets, that is what has happened.
Confusion almost broke out at the Christian Methodist Senior High School Special Voting Center in the Botiano English Amanfro constituency when supporters of the NDC objected to the sharing of food by suspected NPP members.
You're still watching the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. We'll take a breather here. When we return, we'll bring you more stories.
Ghana for say agro no be dey fi anopa agro no aso na aso yi ye beto aba December ya to sa papa ni nyina atwene ni asan kwose asebi sam fie na na de anu de ya digya akufuado ni bawumia ani yan pipi se no mosi ya shase kuaye otumpon enwomasu ya tumpon hospital otunkom akwan aden ni nyina asori sikasam no so investors ni ade ba mre bia Ghana for di tumini be shensam manu puncho se sikasam obonse manu sorry se free SHO so se nsu papa ye no be hwesirim bia se kuayo hospital healthcare housing akwan papa womu ye nyina na bia ni nyina dia yanko sesa dia nyi tumi ni mfiri ho nyansa mfa nkwa hen fa bio timi masra se Ghana for womu ye nyina na na do achi nsa ma kwa yan bona baso se kwa wezi so no onkoso ye de mase
Looking for something new this November? Looking for star-studded suspense?
It's what rich, entitled people do when threatened. They conceal the ugly truths to protect themselves.
Maybe you're in search of true love.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I got a crush on you, baby, would you be my boo?
What about a bit of family drama? Need something to keep the kids entertained?
We're ready to help with the case, Mira. We'll look for clues.
Perhaps criminally good comedy is your thing. Whatever you're in the mood for, look no further than DSTV.
As we prepare to go to the polls in December, let's always remember that we have done this before in peace and in harmony. We have gone to the polls 7 times, and each of those polls have been hailed around the world as remarkably peaceful.
From 1992 till now, we have garnered almost 3 decades of solid experience with persuasive arguments respecting our rights to hold different opinions.
In an unlikely event that you are tempted to use violence against an opponent, take a deep breath and remember the simple fact. That is just not how we do it here in Ghana.
Arguments may be heated, voices might be raised. We might poke fun at each other, but through it all, we do not resort to violence.
We have a nation to build. Other nations are looking up to us as example. As we go to the polls, remember to keep the peace that exists in the country. Let's vote in peace.
For so long, sunrise would wake the farmer from his sleep
and put him out in the field. He would labor all through the day until sunset. He would work in the scorching sun day in, day out, and in the whipping rain season after season without a break. The fisherfolk had their bitter share of the struggle. The livestock farmers had it too. But because of thoughtful farmer support programs, like the dams in the villages, warehouses in the districts, the farm mechanization systems, and the fish landing sites, now the farmers can avoid the scorching sun, the whipping rain, and prolonged labor altogether. They work just enough and make what is required to keep their families happy.
Like this family, there are over 3 million other farming families who desperately depend on these thoughtful government policies to get by.
Never for once think your one vote does not make a difference. It makes a difference in the lives of 3 million farmers. So come December 7, what are you going to do? Will you stay away and keep that one precious vote from 3 million farmers? Or will you vote to protect the farmers' happiness, which has finally come after so long? Come December 7, whatever you do, remember the farmer.
Hello again. Now, road infrastructure, availability of jobs, access to education and healthcare are some of the major factors that would influence the choices of many voters on December 7.
In the Ningo, Pram and Sege constituencies of the Greater Accra region, constituents say although they look forward to a peaceful poll, their choice of both presidential and parliamentary candidates will be based on their performances and ideas. There is more in this report.
The Ningo Pram constituency was carved out from the then Dangbe West, now Shai Osudoku, and forms part of the new districts and municipalities created in 2012. The local economy of the district comprises agriculture, fishing, commerce, and service. Constituents have always voted for the National Democratic Congress, and in particular when it comes to the parliamentary seat, the NDC has always won it since the beginning of the Fourth Republic. Constituents in the services industry say they would vote based on the infrastructure they have witnessed over the years.
See, baby or friend vetting, I'm vetting. You be someone some be a canusa. But you are then in Pakuna near 2 minutes but transfer. Nampenifona be say so on my at one dream. John Castle man, on 1 year, on 2 me someone say, oh, by ye be sow. Say no so by ye. Uba and you whooshy. To say a younger secretary taxi at the Ujuma. No, so Yari so buy and so on Taffy school sooner. You for school for your formula. It's a Biaco Triffy. You be Jinaha, it will call one pip. Yes, I'm Shaco Triffy. It will be no. So you know, Crampa guy here taxi to Yadama owners and Yacopo Jumai.
My mind has already been made because the government of the time or at this time has done a lot for my community. So I'm going to vote based on the development of the area.
If you say development of the area, what are some of the things that has been done that is motivating you? Okay,
for a very long time, the sea has been eroding this community. But, you know, people from this area has agitated a lot, including series of demonstrations. But no government has come to our aid. Fortunately for us, immediately this government assumed power, he has come to our aid. as I'm speaking now, if you go to the seashore right now, you can testify with your own eye. And then at the back here, you can see there's a market square over there. This government has built a market this year. If you go to the clinic, a little drive from here, you can see that the government is building a maternity ward, 8 bedroom.
Or what are you going to take into consideration as you go into the election? What are your main concerns? What are the challenges? What are your motivations?
My main concern is, as for me particularly, I'm going with the person that is very good for the job, and then the person who has the motivation and then can do the job for us in our very community here. So that is what will motivate me as a Ghanaian to go and stand on December 7 and then vote. So it will encourage me, because I'm a Ghanaian, look for somebody who has the encouragement, and then the person that can do the job, to do the job for us. That is what will encourage me to vote this very year.
Listen to your brother. He says that development for him is about development, and he's seen development around here. You also live around here. What have you seen, and what is your inclination to it?
Oh, in terms of development, I've seen very, very many developments. He talked about this very government who came in and then done our roads for us. But I may say, you know, with what I've heard, it is our Honorable Sam George that has ordered and then lobbied that from Dawa, the Kongono Dawa, to Mangochuna, that road has been made for us. So for the previous 4 years that this government is in, from here to Aviam, it is just very short distance road that we are crying on the government to do it for us. But they have been in power for 4 years now. We didn't see anything.
Fishing is the mainstay for many people in the constituency. At the Pram landing beach site, fishmongers, among other things, complained about illegal fishing methods affecting their livelihoods.
Benite bana no wala libaya wo akala tio ya gblalu otuwa aka wala libaya wo abenoko na ekwani lo bo na bana wo aka fomi wo lo pi aka toninga wo ko ya juani tona wo ko ngo mi tu agbigbin no na ji wonya gba na no lati bi o ma bana ba ye awo ko ni ka aya wo mo ko ni afie me blafolio ma ba wo net na tiluwa manya akika abaleje mo aba sutu me saba afia metu bi oka ya wo aka noko be nwonwo waye wale ni wo ba ati wo pe ni lewo no ka nga ya na nga ba pa kaka wo na buajo se pi ato na buajo ko be wo mi wana o peace eti ka nwonwo waye ka wo bi me ka suku ngo wo benye wo ba wo bi me no e na opeji wo nya gba mo ne ona wakamla lu eba ne ba stop lati bi o me awo ko ni ki wo ndu o me ya wu o mo na gbelu ko ni wa na bu ajo lu o me na wo me net o mo na de ble folio me ki wo ndu mo me ya lejo na apu ya na aho ako afia metu me o mi klisanya ka ala lu o ni mo wa na anya gba na ayo ne we kamla lu enye wo no ko de pe nga iyo wo benye ni wo ba vote kamla lu Adali aje amami na ba wo mami wo na ba sunu kete mateme we mena anga wo mena su light on se wo ma na mi pamplan le wo sui ko wa nu mo wo gbe o me be ni pe ni wo mi jo awo ko ni wo wa na ko ni wa yi tana pio vote wo ye o be vote hu wo vote ni wo ye na ati wo ha wo na ki wo nu me ka wo ba fia me tu na ba gboyin ka wa cha wo le no ya we na o lo ba pilegun e ran petrol san ni wo ye me ja me kile wo ye no be vote wo no korokoro pleasure ko ba ye wo no wo ba hisiri wo na wo wa gboyin jana sun no be vote hu MPP o NDC o gun o be vote wo no korokoro wo ye wo guguna ni am wo je wo no tunu wo tun ni wo ya guguna wo bi mi to angule ka da every talo every pay sana ya ti wo lati wo lati sun ka ko ye ni wo no me o ka ba fia metu sa ko tuni sa ko ya wo sa ba fia metu ni wo ba bo ade wala kan wo jina ni ka ba wo nyime ka ba bo ade woni wala kan wo mo wo ka ba bo ade ni wo do to wala tu lo pa wala sa wo ti wo no ko ne ka je na ka baba na wo baba ma ne ba duwa wo wo de
Some fishermen who spoke to City News said they are contemplating voting for the New Patriotic Party based on some development projects they have witnessed.
If you have a few new by-elections, no need to won't be many the ordinary citizen. Dane why election moon, it's not too on to be minute to count Ochino, allow minute to join, allow minute to bar on a BNA area name, Bunekanako Yao, no minute to banyan and Nico Sani Abomodeni, a fee, no piano I am.
You want to bow on a DJ Noko, she fake a dog be a bow on a cacao for Shiki, no Shiki for that. Si won shona bien e wo be ko no wo ka wala lejema bien e teson da fie edwe ba ba na ba fe campaign ka wo vote ha me bien won aka won shona ehi isa na amefe abo fio ko ha wo no wo ka leje amami ko no wo ko wa preke no na mi she e ja ka se season bi ka ko ni timo ni fe fite no jino ni gba wo na
apart from no ne can premise sane ne ke ni bi bien le te e yoten
of an premise sane bien ni APP ba no I can't help people na me home. Come here, I'm a home petrol. About petrol, I'm back for petrol for army. Come for me here, say me, Danny, about a few because one way, another way I'm a day. But you know the bow on a mommy.
The Yanni is a election being a party will be a can be a bar around. I'm making about your bonafina, amena endorsement can be come a bar, mini tune to a corner, the mini mini hu nya kwa ame
won wo kwa makashi wo problem ji fuwele eba koni won na no wo he ija kashi fuwele ka ba ame wo ka wa me tag mi na me hole tag ko mi no wo he 5.5 here ame hole 10 million ha won wo pio ame no ji no ni gba wona ni tu aka ka ba pipi ne follow ka ba pipi wo he ame di si wo ba ye tag na boni government ke ha wo ba ye na ka pepepe Onami no nakani le wo gba wona bia na APP ne ba no e ni nakani e follow wa ni ame ho na ka forward da ka ka petre ba ba fo fe e ka me ka mo shike e che lubi no ba na lu e pa ko ba he mokomede e wona nakani gba wona
si ni ko mi gba na from 1992 no bo vote we pam ne MPP ku ni ko e bia dan and this all vote on si mi na ni NDC fe yan wo potin what I make one me friend one na me NDC family sharp to now when I kono ko NDC say ni mi manyama motion make you dase ni badan make you dase akeshi ene NDC fe yan wo she can quit 2003 ni kufo ba no video nu go wo mo of you afa breach yan wo so fe se ko ya asham oje nu go no ashama alo go chopoli dan do ko ya ashama she me ne ko ya straight simple way. I'm gonna one question issue na no issue na ho issue e je make emba. If you do back we buy na issue na natural zero bar. Issue je le kra. She GP ba say. I'm feeling when I'm begging don. She ne kufa do ba na wona she le mu still e ba face defense ke femini. Ke wan ngo bi e. Ni issue ke ba she won no e bi e. She endi say ni you was strong home when we vote ha me. Ona no kura me say from 1992 me na Kenya ma yoda say akashi endi to do machine endi is the fake femini ke ha wo. She me me vote MP NDC me na no ko NDC ka ke yoda say e da shake ene ne MPP wa femini ba fe wo kufa de ba fe ko ya wo kufa wo afi ko ya wo she NDC party do to in ma choni na ma femini ke wo ngene no pampram e she da na wo kan vote to NDC but me to NDC party do to am fe no ko oni wo na she ni na me fe one ke je na kan asani no pampram e o chake wo dwomu wo vote for MPP because when I can MPP ba wona no ko em ko small e ske ba wona no ko em she NDC le ke ba le kojoto.
The next place to visit was Sege constituency. This constituency was carved out of Dangbe East in 2012. Agriculture constitutes the main economic activity and a major source of livelihood for the majority of rural dwellers. The main agricultural activities are crop farming, livestock rearing and fishing, as well as agroforestry. Constituents of Sege say road infrastructure and a free senior high school policy would influence their vote on December 7.
Wahenya buying your food, Gecko Wablomai. Yemime Songoya Lolye. Tell your minele, Jacqueline Yaka Yanako Pekeo. Ehinkla, Akraba Yakayo Minabeya. Lelo Meka Macrumus and Kefola Maniaco, Loa Hanya Bawa Hani, about drab block a how. Loa Yagapenoa Hio Tijo. Ke yo minelo ya, wa brono na pwe no kota, wa bi doje lulo wa asio wa bi kulu. Eko me boto so no ma no gota. Le pajamo ama pla. Oh, eko ya no limi no mange doctor sina aje mekebe. Lo wa hanya gbane abadra blo meke ha wo. Nya gbane strictly songo nya kakla banya. Oh lele nyemi ke su bi oje po momo. No mana kan nimli hinji enolu. Ama kula manye, ama troku si ome. Oh, no kota ma ko bena no ya wo akpa pene asoka so e na tu bro no me. Anya abana to mika o. So no afun le bena wange na kufa de jini chuso na yatun. Wange soleka ke ma Pedro Mile wa fun le eba cha ni tun papa na yatun eno. Ke ha wo.
President Akufo-Addo says over 100,000 jobs have been created under the One District, One Factory initiative. Nana Akufo-Addo says the initiative, which was bastardized by the opposition NDC, has become an integral part of their industrialization agenda.
Speaking at the commissioning of the Budukwan multi-fruit processing factory at Subing in the Ashanti region, Nana Akufo-Addo says there will be more factories in Ghana under his second term.
76 that are currently operational and 107 are under construction. Now expected to be completed by the second quarter of 2021. And in all, 140,000 jobs are being created by the 1D1F program. We are transforming our nation. We are not selling factories. We're building factories in Ghana. The fruit processing plant, as we've been told by Professor Kwabna, has installed capacity of 72 metric tons per day and will process 7 varieties of fruits and vegetables, mango, pineapple, watermelon, and tomatoes into concentrates for exports and the domestic markets. All the incentives under the 1D1F program are available to the company, and I have no doubt that they're going to take advantage of each and every one of them. I want to end by congratulating the Asante for this bold initiative.
Now, the police in the Northeast region has confirmed the arrest of 5 more suspects following the disturbances at Yagaba last weekend. Now, this brings the number to 14 so far.
The 9 who were earlier arrested have been granted police inquiry bail. Speaking to Citi News, Superintendent Ruben Duga said the decision to grant the suspects bail was to calm tensions in the constituency after the arrest.
9 suspects were arrested and they were arraigned before the district court. They were remanded into police custody to reappear on Thursday, that is, I think, on the 3rd of December. That is how the day ended yesterday. As of this morning, 5 more suspects were picked up, so bringing the number to 14 suspects arrested so far. However, the 9 remanded yesterday had to be taken back to the court this afternoon based on directives of the court. So they were sent back, police sent them back to the court and they were released on bail. And the reason is there's so much tension coming along with this whole situation, so there's a need to bring the tension down. So they have been granted court bail and they will be reporting back to the court probably soon after the elections. Already hotspots have been identified within the constituency of Yagaba-Kubori, and so that is being taken care of by way of deployment.
And that's how we wrap up. You've been watching the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. Remember that our website, citinewsroom.com, has more news updates.
Subscribe to CitiTube on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Citi TV.
Download the Citi Newsroom app from the Google Play Store or the App Store and keep updated on the go.
You can also watch Citi TV on DSTV channel 363 and GoTV channel 182.
My name is Fremedu Nyame.
And I am Michael Obedu. Thank you for watching. As always, please stay safe.
Stay safe.
Rigworld Solutions is a wholly owned Ghanaian company that offers multiple engineering solutions for the extractive and petrochemical industries. We manufacture industrial bolts and nuts, fasteners, hoses and fittings. From our factory at Kejebri in Takrade in the western region of Ghana, Rigworld Solutions employs Ghanaians to produce world-class products. With cutting-edge technology, all products are manufactured to ensure the strictest adherence to customer specifications. The threading, cutting, chamfering, and stamping of the bars are modeled around the ISO 9001 global standard. Safety is at the heart of every production process at Rigworld Solutions. From the coating to the sandblasting, the washing and the phosphate treatment, our quality control checks are the most rigorous in the industry. We have instituted full part traceability throughout the manufacturing process, and all products are measured and inspected for specification conformity before deployment to you. Locate our factory in Kejabri off the Takrady Takwa Road. Call 0302 949917 or 0540 107504. Email enquiries@rigworldsolutions.com. Rigworld Solutions, crafted in Ghana, engineered for the world.
I remember
it was a painful 4 years.
If somebody fools you the first time, you're not a fool because you didn't know.
Do you remember?
Me free the money say. Na me ton pia water ni nyina madwuma nyina say. Na even the medical na ho de mama.
That we couldn't have enough time due to the light out. We couldn't have enough time to study. So we wait for daytime to study.
It's time doing something. So now you say you see touch and I say you be and I thought you say bright it is a normal light. It's not affecting